Well, I'm today with Judge Susan Longley, who's our Waldo County probate judge. And Judge Longley, you know, I realized when we were asked by the Republican group that had hosted a primary debate that the judge of probate is an elected position, and you know, that's one of those things when I get to the ballot I'm usually really clueless about. I mean, there seems to be a lot of information about who's running for, you know, city council or mayor, but when it gets to probate, it's a whole different deal. Am I alone in like being clueless about this?
No, in fact, actually the people are very grateful to finally be clued into what probate is. Probate is a family court, and it addresses guardianships, conservatorships, adoptions, name changes, and administration of decedent's estate. So it's very much a family court addressing family issues. Conservatorships and the guardianships are the most of what we get, and mostly of that it's guardianships for young children, which is largely grandparents stepping forward to help raise the child that their child brought into the world. So get adult guardianships, which would be, say, grandmother is or grandfather's approaching older years and is starting to show signs of dementia, or it could be somebody with a disability, say a mental disability, and somebody else, usually another family member, steps forward and asks for the paperwork that will allow them to go act on behalf of the loved family member. A contested case is I first offer mediation, because I've learned, especially with kids, that if a family can figure it out with the help of a professionally trained mediator on their own, and they come up with their own agreement that I can then approve or tweak, that the child, when they turn 18, because the family has figured it out, the child is 3 times more likely to have ongoing relationships with both sides of the family. So that's why offering mediation up front, because that might be what works most cheaply, saving everybody thousands of dollars. And then the next is the pretrial, and that's when the teacher in me is explaining, this is step 1, step 2, step 3. Here's a booklet I've designed on helpful tips on step 1, step 2, step 3. You're going to have 2 to 3 weeks to prepare, and I can't give advice on law, but I can give advice on the procedural steps that and these are the steps you're going to need to take. And people rise to the occasion, and so the questions that they don't ask, I can't do their job for them. I need to apply the most credible facts to the law, to the result, to get the result. And so if there's a really important fact that's not being brought out by either side, I ask that question, and I give both sides an opportunity to follow. My job is to be impartial and fair, and provide everyone with a meaningful opportunity to be heard.